Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we got for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak that's set to release onto the Nintendo Switch and on PC next summer. And that's the fact that director Suzuki, the director for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, went ahead and took to Twitter to provide us with this weekly's update. Remember that just a few days ago I went over last week's update, which was a little bit lackluster to be precise, where they basically provided us information regarding the Palico, Palamute, and Malzeno amiibos, essentially confirming that the renders had been confirmed and they were going to go into production very soon. But this week we actually got something a little bit more interesting, and the Japanese post is the only one available right now. So perhaps by the time this video goes up, there will be an English version of it, maybe hopefully adding more information. But for right now, this is all we have. It reads as follows. I'm Suzuki, the director. A new receptionist will also be appearing at Sunbreak. And then he attaches an image of course, just glasses. Now this has created a whole heck of a lot of speculation pretty much instantly as this post went up. Remember that in Sunbreak, we're actually going to be visiting a brand new area called El Gato. This is going to be an outpost for a new nation that has been looking into Camera Village's heroic deeds, as they have been dealing with the rampage for so many years and so many decades. Remember that that's where Rondine is from, and presumably her sister, that's also shown in the trailer, presumably she's from there as well. So we don't necessarily know much about this new nation, but we do know that this outpost El Gato will be the place that we'll be visiting. Within it, we now have confirmation that there will be some type of brand new receptionist. Now, a lot of people have already taken to speculate the fact that, of course, the glasses automatically give you the assumption that we are going to be dealing with a new guildmarm, not necessarily just a receptionist, but one appointed directly by the guild. Now there's a little bit of misconception there, because specifically when you look at the writing, the way it's actually been written in Japanese, it just basically reads as receptionist. It is actually in the same way that receptionist, both Hinoa and Minoto, are actually written in the official Capcom descriptions for each one of their tasks. One is written as the Camera Village receptionist, and the other one is actually written as the Meeting House receptionist. So they're not described as guildmarms in the actual official descriptions for the game and the official Capcom information, whereas previous receptionists or guildmarms pretty much have been described a little bit different. Same wording with some extra attention added to it, where this time around that doesn't necessarily seem to be the case. So it could be a little bit of misdirection. It reads as receptionist, but obviously the glasses give you some sort of assumption that we're going back to some sort of, old school guildmarm receptionist type like we used to have back in the day. And of course, a lot of those comparisons are pretty much right to Sophia, the one from Monster Hunter 4. She also appeared in 4 Ultimate, I believe Generations, and a couple of subsequent ones before we got to World and of course Rise. So Sophia was pretty popular, but there were other guildmarms as well from previous games as well that were a little bit different. But at the end of the day, I think she was one of the more popular ones, because that was probably one of the more popular Monster Hunter titles in recent memory. Now, the handler in World is not necessarily all that popular in probably the most positive way. I think that a lot of people just love the memes and all that kind of stuff. They love to have fun with it, especially when they were selling you DLC and you could essentially dress her up as ever you wanted. So that was a little bit funny in that regard, but I don't think she was beloved in that way. Now we're dealing with the two sisters, Hinoa and Minoto, and they are extremely popular for Monster Hunter. So they're dealing with, another pair of successful receptionists, which have served the game well in that regard. Hopefully this new receptionist or potentially guildmarm that we are going to get for Sunbreak also provides the fans with that thing that they love, which is just someone to pump them up right before a hunt. But that's about all the information that I wanted to go over. I thought this was important, so it's always worth mentioning. If you are brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.